Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry and I'm back today with another video for you guys. And today's video will be about your person's illusions within the connection. So we have 4 piles today to choose from. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So choose your piles carefully. Now you could be certainly picking up your own energy, and if that's the case, you can listen to the reading or you can jump to another pile, but we did ask Spirit for clear and concise messages here regarding your person and any illusions that they may have in this connection with you. So pause the video if you need, but pick a skeleton key and we will see you shortly. Hi, pile number 1. If you pick this gold skeleton key, then this will be your reading. Now I pre-shuffled the oracle cards, and today's reading will be about your person's illusions within this connection. And if you do pick up your own energy, you might want to either listen to the reading or you can certainly jump into another pile altogether. We will start with the oracle and then we will get into some tarot. Try to fit these all in here. This one got 2 archetype cards. I want it to come out. So we have the camel, just that you have, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Creation, through the darkness I crossed, and still I found myself in the presence of life. We have the tear. We have the stone. We have thrive, variety with tolerance. We have the sun. We have galactic. Beautiful cards here. We have vampire with light attribute, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Shadow attributes, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. We have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And new life. Okay. Just give me a minute here and we will get into what your person has as far as illusions within their connection with you. I'm picking up from this pile that this person is certainly very hopeful, very much of the mind that this connection is something larger than life, that they think that this connection is going to happen one way or another, but what I'm really picking up here is that they don't feel as though, or at least they're not putting any intentions towards what it is that they need to do in order to contribute towards this connection. So they feel as though putting forward any energy or effort into this connection will drain them of energy, will kind of deplete them, might make them feel empty. They're very reactionary within this connection. And they're trusting that just being in this connection and pressing through, that they, for some of you guys I'm picking up, they are just happy that they are in a bond with you that's strong, that they feel like these two cards together is what I'm really getting from what they feel this connection's about. Like the Sun with Galactic, this is huge. This is like out of this world, larger than life, like fantastical, just grand. So I really feel as though they feel this connection on a level that's on a very high magnitude. But I do feel as though, you know, with the stone here, the tear, this tolerance, even with this perseverance, I just feel like they are not, there's no movement in their energy towards action. And with the creation card here, you know, I feel as though they desire this movement or this new, you know, with this new life, this new birth to, and the trees even has this little person or someone in there, almost like they're birthing this person, but birthing this new life into this into this connection. In order to do so, they would have to put forward some energy, they would have to put forward some effort, and I feel as though they're kind of just skating by. And this vampire card being more centralized here, I just feel like they would feel it would be too draining or too heavy or too burdensome, or just not what they're able to put into this connection. Now, we are talking about illusions that your person may have. So I feel as though the illusion here is that they are stuck. And with the stone here, they are stuck. They are very torn, obviously, with the tear here. I do feel like they don't want to be stuck. You know, the tear is to me here, speaking of a very deep sadness that is rarely even really looked at. They're not really diving in deep as to what is it that's triggering this sadness. And the sadness is, you know, them stopping before even being able to put forward the type of effort or energy that would be required to gain momentum and create this new life in this connection. With the tolerance too, I feel as though they're just happy to be in this connection with you. You know, regardless of whether it's at its full potential, they're tolerating the fact that there's this sadness that's going on beneath the surface, that they feel like in order to be with you, this is something they're going to have to tolerate, and that it's just the way it is. And I think that speaks to the illusion that there is going to have to be actions taken, steps taken in this connection in order for this new life to be birthed into this connection. Even with the trust, you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. With the camel, I feel like this, speaking of the tolerance, and camels can go, you know, I don't know, like days and days and days without drinking water because they have their reserves. And I just feel as though this person is relying on maybe the divine plan a little too heavily, where there's no action really being taken. And the illusion here is the fear that it somehow is taking away from them with this vampire card, taking away. They don't want to invest, and the reason why they don't want to invest the effort or the time or the emotion, I feel, is because if for whatever reason this connection were to not fully roll out in a positive way, they can look back and not feel as though they've given of themselves, only to kind of lose out. So they're trusting that the divine would, you know, bring you forward, and almost like you're the one who's going to manifest and drive everything in this connection forward. But I mean, that's unrealistic to expect one person to do all of the heavy lifting within a connection. But this to me is quite spectacular. I do believe that, you know, your person does see this connection as something that's unworldly, and I think a lot of them also are in awe, and I think they're still trying to figure out if they're worthy enough of any sort of effort they're able to step forward at this time. Is it even enough in this connection? So they're just kind of not doing anything. They're kind of witnessing. I do feel from these cards it's more of sitting on the sidelines witnessing, but there is this deep sadness, wanting to bring forward, you know, full emotion, wanting to bring forward energy, but I think the result is just kind of this stone type energy that I'm feeling. Okay, so I'm going to pull some tarot here so we can get a little bit more insight as to this person's illusions within the connection with pile number 1. All right, Spirit, we ask for a clear and concise message for pile number 1 regarding their person and their illusions towards their connection with pile number 1. Thank you, Spirit. Pile number 1, I'm so thankful and blessed that you allow me to tap into your energy and your person. Thank you so much. We got the 9 of Rods, which is the 9 of Wands in reverse. We got the Ace of Cups. And then we got the 6 of Cups. And we got the 4 of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Why is the 9 of Wands here in reverse, Spirit? We got the 3 of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Cups here? The 4 of Swords in reverse. Why is the 6 of Cups here, Spirit? We got the 7 of Pentacles. Why is the 4 of Cups in reverse here, Spirit? Got the 4 of Wands in reverse. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here? We got the King of Cups. Okay. Still picking up the same energy, vibe from the same person or people, I guess, for pile number 1 that I was picking up. So these 2 cards here speak of, you know, an effort that one is really putting in. So with the 3 of Pentacles, you know, you have this ability to put forward, to create something, to work with another individual. And I just feel like even with this card having just one figural person here, where, you know, the 3 of Pentacles traditionally have multiple people, so it's more of a collaboration. I feel like your person is really still of the mind that, you know, you are the one who's going to be able to kind of work on this connection and manifest this connection. It being under this 9 of Wands in reverse, with the 9 of Wands, you know, speaking, it's like the wounded warrior card, but also speaking of maybe someone standing their ground, being on guard, still having fight kind of left in them. Within in reverse, I feel like it's someone who doesn't want to come to battle or face battle, and is really hiding from, you know, having to step forward in battle. And I feel as though with this 3 of Pentacles, you know, if someone else was doing the heavy lifting, they can kind of just be on the sidelines and kind of let you kind of manifest the whole connection as far as where it's going. Now with the Ace of Cups and the 6 of Cups, I feel this deep love connection that your person has for you. This is kind of reminding me again of that sun and that galactic card we were seeing there. Just the Ace of Cups speaks of this emotional new beginning your person would like to have in this connection. But with the Six of Cups here, you know, it speaks of past love and history and nostalgia and this, you know, deep, more family type history love that one shares with another, going back. And I feel like your person is stuck in this wanting to start an emotional new beginning, but kind of caught in the awe still of what you're bringing to them in this connection with the Six of Cups. There's a lot of nostalgia. There's a lot of thinking about the connection and how things are in the past, and, you know, maybe even wishing they could have some of that experience into the future, but still without this idea that they're going to have to put in the effort. With the Seven of Pentacles, it speaks of, you know, putting in the energy and the effort and dedication, and then reaping the rewards of the harvest, and maybe even, you know, having a step back after putting in a lot of effort and seeing what is going to transpire. And it being under the Six of Cups, it's like they're waiting for, you know, the history that's happened between them. So they're waiting to see what kind of comes out of this. But again, I don't see that they're stepping forward with, I don't see that they're stepping forward with anything at this time, rather than just really invested in the memories, really invested in loving the way this connection makes them feel. And, you know, with this Four of Swords in reverse can speak of an inability to heal oneself, or to even have a healing period to reflect after a period of time where there might have been a challenge that one is overcoming. And I feel as though with it under this Ace of Cups, I feel like your person wants this new emotional beginning, but I don't think they realize what it's going to take from internally from themselves in order to move forward with this emotional new beginning that they want within this connection. And for those of you guys who are still in your connection with your person, I feel as though they might be coasting. I don't know if that's the right word, but still letting you kind of put forward all the attention within this connection, the effort within the connection, but they do want a new beginning, an emotional new beginning. They're kind of just pausing and taking a look at how things have gone so far in the connection. And I feel like, you know, with the Four of Cups being kind of the boredom card, or the card where one is declining an offer of love, and it being in reverse, I feel as though this is strongly saying to me that they're open to, you know, they're open to what you have to give to them, but they're closed off with being the actual drivers of what it is that they need to put forward in order to bring you guys to full union and happiness and full potential, which would be this Four of Wands. And to me, the Four of Wands is, you know, the 1111 card with the two wands. It's like the divine connection, the potential of a marriage or a commitment, of a unity, of a happy, you know, couple, people coming together to really share with one another. And I feel like both these being in reverse, it's talking back to that sadness that I was seeing there with the, which card was it here? Yeah, the Tear. It's like they see the full potential with the sun and the galactic, the full potential is here. And the sadness is here because the realization that to get there, they're the ones who are going to have to balance things out, bringing in their own effort and energy into this connection. And I do feel as though, you know, the emotions are there with the King of Cups. This speaks of deep emotions. But with this Nine of Pentacles on top, I just feel as though this person is more independently kind of being solitary and not really taking those emotions and weaving them into this connection. They're kind of just, you know, taking in what they can, feeling their emotions, but that's kind of where it ends, really. The Nine of Pentacles to me is the solitary card of someone who is, you know, stable, solid, financially, but also just within their own ability to be successful within their own lives. And I feel like this person is resting maybe on their laurels because they are content with the way things have been within this connection. Content, but again, there's this sadness. And I think their illusion is potentially they don't realize, or at least that they believe that, you know, this, by doing nothing, they'll eventually achieve this sun and galactic love, this potential within this connection, by you kind of doing all this work. And with this pause card here, they're like waiting for their rewards of everything that's kind of transpired in the past between you guys. But I don't see, you know, what they're intending on doing, or that there's really even, I'm almost feeling like that vampire card, like there's a need to withdraw any sort of effort. And even for some of you guys, I feel like the emotions are there, but they might not be, like I said, weaving them into this connection, so you don't really understand that full depth of love and that full depth of emotion that they're feeling. They do want an emotional new beginning. There's deep love here with all the cups, you know. All right, so let's pick a message card here from Spirit for you, and then we'll get into some guidance. Thank you, Spirit. We have here attract. Like the moon and the ocean, you attract good things into your life. I was feeling from that sun and galactic that, you know, even from this attract, it's like the moon and the ocean are these two really grand things, very deep, very big. I just feel as though your personality, your ability to draw in and magnetize this person and attract them is very captivating for this person. But I also feel as though you're just naturally like that. And this is Spirit's way to tell you you are able to attract the finer things in life that you want, but also, you know, you're able to want someone who is able to give you the same sort of reciprocation that you're, or reciprocate to you the same sort of energy and effort and love and emotion that you're pouring into the connection with this attract card. And for some of you guys, I feel as though this person understands that your ability to magnetize, you know, people towards you is scary for them, because part of the reason they're not maybe wanting to or thinking it's a good idea to step forward with investing time and effort is because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to put forward effort, and then if the connection were to not work out, they would be without you, and you could easily be, you know, attracting or pulling in someone else in this connection. So there is a little bit of jealousy, I feel here, or at least fear that you may potentially be pulling in other energies. And, you know, I feel as though this person's more frozen, like that stone card. They're not really moving, but also a stone would drown, or at least fall into the ocean and, you know, I say drown, but fall down to the bottom of the ocean because it is heavy. I just feel like this person is kind of not moving, but if they were to fully invest themselves into this connection and dive in deep, they feel as though, like a stone, they would drown. They would not be able to swim in that ocean. They would just kind of be sucked into your, you know, your love and your galactic sun. And that's very scary for them. But I am getting from this card that they are watching very intently, you know, what will happen, I guess. But I just feel as though the illusion here could be twofold. Could be that they are waiting to see what you're going to manifest. And for some of you guys, you might, you know, if you're in this connection, be wondering what's going on and pull away your energy. But for some of you guys, the other piece that I was going to say might be that they think you might be pulling in another person in this connection with, or attract someone else in this connection, and them be kind of on the outs, which would leave them very hurt. But that would definitely be, you know, an illusion that they're having about if they were to move forward and fully enjoy this Four of Wands. So Spirit, can we get some guidance cards here from the ancestors regarding pile number 1 and their situation with their person? Thank you very much. Get into nature. Coexist, gather, and limit waste. So, I mean, let's get into nature. Every time one, you know, gets into nature, you get closer to the root of God, or what you believe is God, right? Like walking, you know, in a forest or whatever it may be, outdoors. You just have this sense of being closer to God. And I feel like with this get into nature card, I feel as though your person is kind of closing off the ability to get into nature within this connection. You know, nature doesn't have to necessarily be, you know, plants and animals and nature as we know it, but nature is also love, right? Like for a person to experience a love connection deeply on a true level without limitation, they'd have to fully trust and let go and get into nature, and, you know, with 2 feet, and trust where their love will take them in order to enjoy a reciprocal love back. And I just feel as though this person wants to have the joy of your love, because your love is pure, your love is true, your love feels good, and they're not giving that back in the full potential that they can. This card is, you know, with this limit waste, with this gather, with this coexist, I strongly feel like this is, you know, the guidance from the ancestors saying, this might be difficult, but in a connection to truly be what you deserve, you'd have to be with another person who is not scared to jump into what may happen, you know, in a give and take type love connection, and not fear taking that step, and any sort of illusions that they have that maybe you'll leave them if someone else comes along, or you know, that you're going to be carrying the heavy load. I just feel like that to me is a lot of the waste within this connection. So in the limit the waste is like there's a lot of falsities maybe that your person is telling themselves in this connection that is, well, it's an illusion. This reading obviously is what's the big illusion that your person has. So I'm really picking that up, where spirit is wanting you to be able to have this true connection that you deserve, you know, this give and take, this deep love, natural connection that isn't reserved, isn't being held back. And I mean, I don't know if your person is going to get there, but certainly it's an illusion right now that they're holding. So this is what I have for pile number 1. If this resonated, please give me a like. And if you'd like or were drawn to another pile, feel free to join me there. But thank you so much. Love and light. See you again. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous. Pile number 2. If you picked this gold skeleton key, then pile 2 is your reading. And we did ask Spirit to show us and communicate with us the illusions that your person may have within this connection between you and them. And I did pre-pull some oracle cards so that we could cut down on time, and then we will take a look at the oracle cards. So we have Meerkat with get support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. We have Sacred Waters with the number 35, drunken by the swell of the sea. I can feel the blanket of her embrace, unafraid of the presence releasing the cords. I call her in. I call her deeply within. We have the Shapeshifter. We have Power Volcanoes. Transportation. And then we have this God card, light attribute, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. And the shadow attribute, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. We have change, with I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And we have movement here with transportation. We have regeneration with the number 46. And then we have wizard with balance. Okay. So let me take a look at the energy that I'm sensing here. A sip of water. I feel like the person here for pile number 2 is a little bit difficult to read, as far as in this connection. You might not be able to read them all the time. That they act different when they're in groups of people or their friends. And it's difficult for you to know when this person is upset or when they are feeling genuine. I feel like this person thinks that they're healing and working on themselves, but part of their illusion is that they're not really changing their actual physical ways. I also feel as though this person can get quite mean, or they could just change all of a sudden and say something or do something that's very heavy and hurtful. With this power of volcanoes, I feel like this is you know, a volcano can really erupt at any time, at any given time. With the 9 here, it could certainly be a Virgo, but maybe September is significant for some of you guys. And the number 9 is kind of coming close to the end of a cycle. So I feel like your person might have tendencies to blow up if they feel as though they are being forced to change their ways or change something about them. But this change is inevitable, knowing that they would, you know, have to evolve and change. I feel as though their illusion is that they don't want to change because it's scary, but they tell themselves that they are, you know, that they're healing or that they're changing and that there's growth within themselves and balance. But I don't feel as though that's what's actually happening here. And I feel as though they're very different when they're with their friends. You know, this meerkat, it does just say get support from trusted group of like-minded friends. But I feel as though your person likes to show a different side of themselves. And maybe for some of you guys, you started as friends, so knew this person as maybe you knew them in a certain way. And I do believe that you guys have shared maybe their true, genuine self at times, or at least you get glimpses with the sacred waters. And I'm getting a message also from Spirit that this person likes to drink or go out drinking with this drunken. Just got this, heard Spirit say I like to drink. So maybe this person changes when they drink. With the 35 here, which reduces to 6. Sorry, I can count, I swear. 8. What I was going to say about 6, though, because that was coming to me as well, is the Lover's card. But that deepness, that softness, I think you guys are able to experience glimpses of within this person. With the 8, comes right before 9. I feel as though for a lot of you guys, after this gentleness or this ability to share this person then goes into their erupting of volcanoes and their attitude changes. So they could get vulnerable, show intimacy, and then just erupt. That might have sounded very sexual, which I also just picked up as well, maybe for some of you guys. So maybe after, you know, that, your person's attitude may change. Here, even with shapeshifter, you know, shapeshifter could certainly be one who's able to constantly, change ways about themselves to kind of fit into circumstances and situations. So I feel like your person uses this to kind of as a coping mechanism to maybe guard their heart or protect themselves from, you know, being completely vulnerable. And this balance card here with the Wizard, I think the illusion is that they feel as though they're fairly balanced, or that it's balanced, that they're allowed to be this way because, everyone has positive and negative, right? So if I'm able to be intimate and share and be vulnerable, I'm also able to erupt. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is that this isn't really the normal, everyone has a bad day. This is someone who is very hurtful and causes pain purposefully outwards to push someone away. You know, and I'm hearing again, I like to drink. So potentially could be when this person is, you know, inebriated maybe, or just the way they are in general, but, or maybe some drink to think to balance themselves, or, but I was feeling, you know, with this regeneration card, it's like always starting from a certain point with this person after they blow up. You know, it's kind of like, I'm picking up for some of you guys. I mean, it's like this abusive connection where the husband, it doesn't have to be the husband, but let's say the husband beats on the wife, and then they have to make up at some point, and then it's like starting from scratch again. Like there's forgiveness, and then the trust has to be built again, and everything has to be built. So I'm not saying it's to this degree, but it's like if this person says something hurtful, it's like difficult to get into that vulnerable state with them because the trust just isn't there, or something that they may have said in front of their friends or did kind of for show, which might, you know, might be different than how you understand this person to be. I feel like there's always this restart from a certain place within this connection, and there doesn't ever feel like it fully leads to the full growth, because the volcano erupts again, and this volcano I kind of see under this, you know, the growth of this tree, there's this volcano kind of waiting to erupt at any point. And you got the number 46 here, which is the number 10. And I feel as though 10 is, you know, a completion. But here with 10 and regeneration, it's growing. The argument happened, or the blow up happened. So now there's this regeneration that has to happen. But I feel as though there's loops. It's like these cycles that are continuing. That 10 isn't like the end of that to put behind you guys. It's like the end of that argument, only to have it kind of happen again. Benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Shadow attributes, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. I feel like your person uses that in order to push away you from being in their vulnerable space. But what I'm finding difficult is that they have experienced this with you, this vulnerable space, but then they kind of self-sabotage in this volcano attitude. Okay, so I'm going to pull a tarot to see what further messages we're going to get here from Spirit regarding, you know, your person's illusions within this connection. Now, I think obviously from what we saw there, a big illusion could certainly be that by pushing you away, they're kind of guarded, but that they think that, you know, everything's balanced, and that because they have been vulnerable with you, that's enough, and that allowing that volcano, or being kind of that shapeshifter, is a balanced way of being, and that's just not right here. Okay, so we got the 10 of Cups with the Page of Cups. Spirit, can we get a clear and concise message for pile number 2's person and their illusions with their connection with pile number 2, please? Thank you so much. Pile number 2, I'm so blessed for you allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. It's quite the reading, guys. What else do we have here? We got the Ace of Wands. And we got 8 of Cups. And the 7 of Pentacles. All right, so why is the 10 of Cups and Page of Cups here, Spirit? We have the Hanged One. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Got the 2 of Pentacles. Why is the Ace of Wands here, Spirit? Page of Pentacles. Now, I'm constantly, since I've laid the first card, have this urge to sneeze, and it's not coming out. And I feel as though, you know, when you sneeze, you kind of erupt. I feel like there's this buildup, which is weird because it's just not coming out, and now it's kind of subsiding, but it was getting more intense and more intense, and I'm just waiting for the sneeze, and there's this like buildup. So I just feel like that volcano, that buildup, intensifying. Just felt like, yeah, this energy is like this buildup of this eruption. Okay, so we have Death here, clarifying the 8 of Cups. And we have the Tower here under the 7 of Pentacles. I'm just going to have a sip of my drink. All right. Yeah, that sneezing feeling went away completely. Now I feel nasally, but I think if I didn't stop myself, I probably would have sneezed. So, interesting. Okay. Let me take this, take a look at this. Okay. So to have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles side by side, I mean, this is absolutely amazing, right? Like the 10 of Cups, the overabundance of emotional fulfillment one can have in this lifetime, with the 10 of Pentacles, which is legacy, family, stability, the something that can last the test of time here. And with this Ace of Pentacles, you know, is really this offering, or this ability to start with giving someone that that offering. But I feel like both the cards clarifying under here is that there's this, the Hanged One, which would be the Hanged Man, which speaks of, you know, a state of limbo, someone kind of taking a higher look or perspective. And, you know, they're kind of looking at the situation as, is this something that I'm wanting or able to do? And really being in this suspended action and not driving forward one way or another, but seriously contemplating and viewing this as something that, you know, they want to be able to do, but they're frozen or unable to move forward. And with this 2 of Pentacles, it's this, you know, having to juggle, having to balance things, and having it kind of strapped in on the ability to juggle all this. And I feel like your person feels as though the inability to balance this would be difficult. And because this is about their illusion, we did see the Wizard card there with balance. I do believe it said balance. What did it say? Yeah, balance here. I feel as though your person thinks that they're doing the balance thing, but inside they're not balancing out this connection. They're not progressing and moving forward within the full potential of what could possibly be within this connection. And, you know, in order to do so, with this Ace of Wands, with this Page of Pentacles, these are both beginning cards. Like the Page is kind of the infant stage of being able to ground something, right? With the Pentacle here, it's the starting of something, grounding, tangible, something that they're able to action and being inspired to do so, to move forward, to start something, you know, with the Ace of Wands. And I just feel as though this person thinks that by doing this, all their options would be removed for them. With the Death card here under the Eight of Cups, I mean, the Eight of Cups speaks of, you know, walking away from what doesn't emotionally fulfill them. But with the Death card, it's like if they walk away from what doesn't emotionally fulfill them, it's like they're cutting off any option that they have within that potential. It's a very skewed way of looking at things, but that is what I'm seeing here. So I'm trying to listen to Spirit to see what further clarity Spirit has. Let's pull a clarifier here on that, because that, if they walk away from what's not emotionally fulfilling, they feel like their options would be removed. Why is that, Spirit? Can we get a clarifier here for the Eight of Cups and the Death card? Seven of Cups, and it is in reverse. And the Seven of Cups speaks of too many options, fantasy, but in this case we're talking about options, and it in reverse, meaning their options be removed from them. Thank you, Spirit, because my Spirit has jokes on me, because we have a sense of humor. Thank you. Okay, so options removed. Yeah, that could just very well be their thing. They feel as though their options would be removed, and they like having options, clearly. And here with the Seven of Pentacles and this Tower card, I feel as though, again, your person feels like the rug would be pulled from under them if they were able to fully, you know, invest and put in the effort in order to move the needle towards this Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. So I do feel for a lot of you guys, there's a connection, but it's not realized to its full potential, because this person is clearly holding back with the Hangman, with the Two of Pentacles, having the ability to want to move in, but fearing that their options would be removed. And maybe for some of you guys, their options meaning maybe they want to keep the door open. And if that's the case, what I'm hearing from Spirit is that, you know, if you are in a situation where that is offensive for some of you guys, then you guys certainly deserve better. You know, unless of course this is something that is an understanding between the two of you guys. But I just feel like this person's illusion is that, one, it's going to take away options. But I think what they're failing to see is that, you know, if there is an option later on, that tends to happen. I mean, that is the way the Wheel of Fortune turns, right? But to not act on something that has this full potential of like absolute amazement because of their fear of having options, I feel like, or losing out on options, I feel as though they're self-sabotaging and doing themselves a disservice. But yeah, for number two would be, why are they bringing you down in this disservice? You deserve this Ten of Pentacles and this Ten of Cups. You know, you certainly are deserving of it. So we're going to get a message here from Spirit for you, pile number two. Can we get a message, Spirit, for pile number two? You got Control. Link your own constellations and take control. All constellations definitely speak of stars, but I feel as though the message here is you guys might be stuck on this person who is just not moving forward and hot and cold, keeping you at arm's length and getting what they want out of this connection so they can keep their options open and their back door open. And you kind of get the short end of, you know, fulfillment, not your full 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. And Spirit's way to say control, you know, take control of the situation. If that, I mean, you could do what you'd like, but if that means moving on away from this person, I think that might be, you know, what might be the best thing if you're not getting what you want out of the situation. And with this Tower card, I do feel as though this person may need to experience the rug being pulled out from under them. I mean, they do see the potential here with all the Cups and the Pentacles, so there's certainly love. I feel there's love, but is this even true love? I don't see true love, because if you truly love someone, you know, you don't kind of keep them at an arm's distance and, you know, erupt on them to keep them away, unless you've got some severe traumas that you need to work through, which could be the case for this person. We got upskill, work, career, and crossroads. I feel like for some of you guys might be trying to balance yourselves out by being busy with work and career and focusing on other areas of your life, but you're still kind of entertaining this person when it comes to this connection. And I just feel like there will be a point where you are at this crossroads, where a decision will have to be made about this person. So I think for some of you guys, you might be prolonging a decision that you already know needs to be made, where you're taking control in order to move forward from this person. And you're kind of maybe still hung up with this person for some reason. I mean, obviously, if you feel you love them, that could definitely be the reason. But, you know, like I made mention, if someone truly loved you, I don't think that they would withhold your 10 of Cups and your 10 of Pentacles from you, you know, especially by partaking and being vulnerable and then erupting or doing something that kind of sabotages the connection. I think your person's also in an illusion that you probably won't go anywhere and that they are keeping their door open for options, but really, options for what? I mean, they're going to lose this 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So, you know, they may have options coming about, but what options are these? Are these like, you know, full opportunities that are going to bring them joy and fulfillment? Or are these just options they think are going to bring them something else that maybe they feel as though they also need? But again, illusion, you know, they need to take a look at that. What options are do they feel they're losing out on? All right, well, this is what I have for pile number 2 for the illusions. And I wish you guys the very, very best for you and your person. Thank you so much for stopping in. And if you were drawn to another key, please join me there. If not, and you're hopping off, then don't forget to leave a like if this resonated. Thank you so much. See you again. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you picked this silver skeleton key, then this is your reading. So I did pre-shuffle the oracle cards, which we'll get started with. And we asked spirits to take a look at your person's illusions within this connection. And then we'll be taking a look at the tarot. And I apologize for the lighting. This is getting dark very quickly these days with the weather changing. All right, so we do have octopus here with patience, shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Patience. I swear I can read. Maybe I need new glasses. Or wear my glasses. Practice shape-shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. That made way more sense. Boundaries with number 3 here. Boundaries are sewn into the parts of who you are, for they are not to be crossed. Okay. We have the castle here. We have change with wind. This is number 24, which could be significant, and that does reduce to 6, which is the Lover's card. All right. Vows. We have martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, and the shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. And then we have the adversity card. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And we have thinker here with the number 44, which could be significant, or the number 8. And then here we have enchantment, celebration. Okay, so give me a minute to pick up the energy of this pile, and I will see what energy I'm picking up here with the cards. I feel as though for some of you guys, this person thinks they're kind of maybe pulling the wool over your eyes, or at least you don't see their true self. And I feel as though this person's big illusion is that they're able to kind of get what it is that they want from you in this connection by being a certain way that might get them what it is that they want. And I don't know that this person is being completely truthful to themselves. Now, was like, I mean, this isn't the tarot, but I am picking up love. I'm picking up a lot of water energy, so deep emotions. I mean, we do have some water here, but I do feel this person loves you. I was picking that up. But for some of you guys, I am picking up that potentially you could be in a third-party situation, or at least where there is something kind of getting in the way of you two being together. And potentially one of you guys had to put boundaries in place. But with this 3 again can speak of third party. You know, 3 is a crowd. But maybe they're needing to be boundaries. But then this person can find a way or an excuse to kind of work around that boundary to get what it is that they want. And I just feel like this person is a little bit inconsistent. Or they might say that they want something and then it changes. Yeah, with this vows, I feel as though there is potentially a third-party situation where someone might be married or in another commitment. Now, could be committed to something else in their life that they're committed to. But I think this might resonate for those of you guys who are in a third party. And I feel like this person is in a state of trying to figure out what's the best course of action for them. But with this adversity card, it's like they know that they'd have to press through adversity and really take a step in order to face a challenge that might be too scary for them. But they feel as though maybe it's enough to kind of maybe, when I'm picking up what this enchantment is, like woo you or have these mini celebration wins, like if they take you out or show you affection or whatever it may be, it's enough to kind of have you in their pocket for whatever time they need you, and keeps you there for when they feel they might be ready to, you know, actually face the adversity, if and when they decide to face this adversity. But I feel like this person might be a little bit of, if they haven't said to you, oh, it's such a painful situation I'm in, but like they recognize maybe their other commitment is not bringing them this thrill. Like I get here with this addiction to self-pity, like if they catch themselves in a situation that's not bringing them fulfillment, rather than facing this adversity, they're kind of just wallowing in that, and maybe crossing boundaries with you and potentially, you know, breaking vows, or, you know, with the third party here. And shape-shifting, I just feel as though this means, you know, they're potentially being one person in this connection, this other third party commitment, and a different person kind of with you. I feel like this person is potentially torn between what their heart is calling out and what they're actually kind of laying before them. But their illusion, because this is about their illusions, I just feel like they think they're getting away with this situation being the way that it is, and that you're going to, like, you're buying it, like you're hanging around, you're still going to be there for them while they figure out whatever it is they need to figure out. But I don't feel as though this person is pushed forward enough to actually take a step to do so. We're going to see what the tarot has to say in this situation. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. Now we will use the Invisible Tarot, which will be interesting here. Or I guess invisible. Must be getting late. Do you see these cards? Hi, the Transparent Tarot is what it's called, not invisible. Okay, so with the Transparent Tarot, we will ask Spirit to give us a clear and concise message for pile number 3. I don't know why I find that so funny. Gee. Okay. Oh, we got some cards already here. We got 3 coming out. We have the World in reverse. We have the Judgment card in reverse. And we have the Sun in, oh no, sorry, the Moon in reverse. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have here for pile number 3? Clear and concise message regarding their persons, illusions in this connection. I have the 2 of Cups in reverse. One more card for the top row, Spirit, regarding pile number 3's person and their illusions in this connection. So we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, so why is the World here, Spirit? Why is the World here in reverse? The Death. Why is Judgment card here, Spirit? Got the Ace of Swords. And I was feeling like the 6 of Cups was wanting to pop out as well. Why do we have the Moon card here, Spirit? What's with the Moon card? I got the 5 of Swords. Okay, why is the 2 of Cups here? We will take the top one here, which is the Tower. Oh, might as well take that one since they're stuck together. We got the Tower and we have the 3 of Swords. And why do we have the 9 of Wands here, Spirit? It's a lot of cards coming out. Okay, 3 of Cups. So, well, this tarot might as well be invisible because it is tiny as heck. But okay, so the World speaks of closure. You know, a cycle ending, coming to completion. You've worked hard on something and it's kind of coming to its final stage, but in reverse, there needs to be some closure. And I feel like with the Death card here, you know, that is closure. That's death. That's the end of something. So it's like this person needs to end a cycle, and it could very well be this third party connection that they're in order to begin anew, because after death comes, you know, the rebirth of something. So something's over already that they're not letting go, that they're not putting an end to, in order to have the death happen so that they can start forward. Now with the Judgment card in reverse, that also speaks of, you know, a realization and awakening that needs to happen. It's a calling, something that they're realizing, but they're just not acting on with this Judgment card in reverse. It's like they're not acting on this need to follow what it is that they need to do. And I think that they do realize that they have to do something here. And I'm really going to lean in this third party because this is really what I'm picking up here for a lot of you guys. So if it's not resonating, can go somewhere else. But third party, again, doesn't necessarily have to be another person. Could be choosing something else. But I am picking up a person here, another person for energies. But here we have the Ace of Swords with the Six of Cups. And I feel as though, you know, the Six of Cups speaking of nostalgia, history, you know, potentially like high school sweethearts type love. And with this Clarity sword, it's like this person needs to cut through and stop the illusion, stop hanging on to the fact that there's this nostalgic connection that they're hanging on to, that they're not putting an end to, in order for themselves to be able to break free and start anew within this connection. They think they're unable to at this time, or not, they just can't end it for some reason. And this is the big illusion for them, is that they might feel as though now is not the time. You know, why I was going to say, why would it need to happen like that, is what I heard from Spirit, but I don't know what that means. So maybe that means something to someone. But here with the, you know, the illusions card in reverse is like massive illusion, with the Five of Swords. And Five of Swords is this challenge, this backstabbing, this winning at all costs, right? Like, I think your person is wanting their cake and eat it too, and winning at all costs with this mass illusion that, you know, that doing it this way is right, or at least the right thing to do, because the Judgment card is talking about, you know, doing things the way, you know, maybe something should happen, or the way something should go, and kind of doing the opposite, or not listening, or not doing what your true self is telling you is the right thing to do. Even here with the Two of Cups in reverse, it's like unwilling to potentially let go of a connection, you know, because it'll cause heartbreak and pull the rug from under them and cause this tower moment. And, you know, here we have like the series of steps, you know, that they would have to have this massive tower moment and potentially lose everything and face this heartbreak. You know, if they ended this connection, and that could very well be fearful. Person could be in a mass illusion about it, so they'd rather just win at all costs, deceive someone, or hurt someone. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, your person is not really fighting against or doing anything against, I feel, this need to close out this cycle, and they're just kind of wanting to enjoy the finer things with the connection with you, potentially within the connection that they already have with this Three of Cups. It can speak of third party again, but it can also speak of enjoying the finer things in life with celebrations, parties, enjoyment, fulfillment, but maybe, you know, neglecting to fight for and stand for what they believe is right or know is right. Now, I like to stack these because that's what this transparent tarot is supposed to do, and see what we see. And I might see a big blob of nothing, and I'm just going in the order in which they were laid to see if there's anything from Spirit here. So we still see the Death card and the World in reverse, which was how we opened this reading. And I just feel like that's really the main message here, because there needs to be closure. There needs to be an end of something. There needs to be this breaking through, this breakthrough, this realization that is what needs to happen, you know. And I feel like hanging on to the past here with the nostalgia card and the Six of Cups is really what your person needs to let go of, that they're really hanging on to. You can faintly see the Two of Cups there as well in the background. So it's this connection that needs to be closed out in order for this connection to progress. And your person's still in illusion about it. So we'll ask Spirit for a message here for pile number 3. Can we get a message for pile number 3, please? Thank you very much. Breathe. Inhale, stardust. Exhale, magic. I can imagine how this situation would be pretty frustrating, but no, not even but, just, you know, if you are in a third party type situation, I think for a lot of you guys, you probably already are fully aware of it. If this is something new that you're not, have no idea, I don't think this pile is for you. But with this breathe, it might be a time to pull away, to maybe even, you know, have your own perspective period about what's going on, and that there is love for you outside of this connection, that, you know, you don't need to be hanging around or sticking around here if you're not getting what it is that you need. And taking a breath, I always take that as, you know, a pause. And a pause will help you to gain perspective of the situation. You might just be in too deep to really understand what's going on here. I just got with the breathe here on this guy, kind of breathing into that as well. Enjoy music, instruments, sound, tone. I feel like you definitely need a pause from what's going on here. This enjoy music. I mean, I love music. Music definitely brings out a vibration. And I just feel like if you haven't been able to disconnect yourself from this situation for a period of time, that even just doing nothing and letting your, you know, your brain just kind of be clear of anything regarding the situation, maybe listening to some music or putting yourself in a situation where you're calm and relaxed, will help you to have more clarity within the situation. I just really don't feel as though you're maybe have an ability to even stop. I just feel like this is kind of like stop and smell the roses, stop, enjoy the music. You've kind of been in this situation, and I just feel like it's very strenuous, and you might have not have even been able to enjoy yourself in areas of your life where you might have in the past. With that card that we were getting here with that Three of Cups, you know, this does speak of having a good time, enjoying oneself, celebrating. I feel like you may want to, you know, go out, enjoy your time, either with friends or alone. But I think a breather from this connection is definitely going to give you perspective. But yeah, your person's illusion is that they're just kind of still hanging on to this dead third party situation that needs to come to an end. So that's what I see here for pile number 3. I appreciate you guys stopping in. If this resonated, please leave me a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you are drawn to another pile, feel free to join us there. All right. Thank you. Pile number 3. See you again. Bye. Hello, my beautiful and final pile number 4. If you pick this brass skeleton key, then pile number 4 is your reading. And I'd like to apologize. Let me just fix that for the lighting, because it is getting very dark out there. And we did start off bright, and now we're kind of a little dark. So I hope you can make out these cards. Now, I did pre-shuffle the oracle cards here for this reading, and we did ask about what illusions does your person have in this connection, or about this connection, and then we will take a look at the tarot. So we have Weasel with be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. We have Oak, don't just look within, dive deeply into the eternal realms of knowing. Okay, and then we have the Forest. We have Adventure South. We have Asia. Native American. We have here Scribe with the light attribute preserving knowledge and information. Shadow attribute alerting facts, altering facts, or plagiarizing others' work. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Go the distance. Okay, let me see what I'm picking up here for pile number 4. I feel as though your person is not seeing the big picture within this connection. The illusion here is that they're hung up on a cultural difference or a difference within this connection. Now with the Asia and the Native American, I just feel like, and you guys are the only pile that got 2 of these cards, but I feel as though both of these cultures, or these you know, these peoples in Asia and Native Americans have strong cultural beliefs and values and traditions that they are brought upon, which are extremely different from one another, but very spiritual people. And I just feel as though your person, oh, we forgot a card here. Silent retreat, silence. Okay, sorry, we missed one. Your person, I feel as though, is kind of blind to the fact that maybe there's differences within this connection, like major differences, that they're kind of not really seeing the big picture of what this connection can be. So the forest for the trees, right? Like they're kind of more stuck on this part of it rather than what the beauty could be within this connection. And both these cards are speaking of seeing what's truly kind of in front of you, like be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes and ears and physical feelings of what's happening inside and all around you. Excuse me. I feel like your person is not taking what it is that they're fully feeling about you and this connection in order to make a decision. They're kind of, I even feel like, using that as a reason not to fully pursue where this connection can go, with the oak being this, you know, solid foundation with this tree. Speaking of the solid connection that the 2 of you guys may even have despite this, but that is where they're kind of, where the illusion is hung up, is that because of this, these 2 different, and you don't have to be one from Asia, one from Native American, but just with these two differences, these two cultural, maybe religious differences, there is this inability to stabilize this connection. 27 is a number that might be significant for some of you guys, which is also the number 9. Meaning closing out a cycle as well. So I feel like maybe for some of you guys, this is kind of at a point in this connection where this person is going to have to make a decision on how to pursue or whether they want to move forward and stabilize this connection. And I don't feel like this person is moving forward. I feel like they're kind of stuck. Preserving knowledge and information, and then altering facts and plagiarizing others' work. Like I feel with this card here with the scribe, your person wants to cherry pick what it is that, what it is from yourself that's bringing to them in this connection, but any part that might be this difference, kind of not see that as a part of you, which is not right, because every part of you is a part of you. In order to make it okay, or make this connection seem okay, or that they're okay in pursuing this connection, if they were to pursue this connection, then they only want to acknowledge the parts of you that don't contradict maybe some parts of them and how they were brought up, or their beliefs, or their values, or religious ways of being, or their social structure. Could very well be a social structure of how they are, and I'm also getting maybe live their lives a little differently. And it could be for some, they're scared of what people might say or how they might be perceived. So if they are in the public eye, that might be something they're concerned with. Here with the 2, and we have South, adventure. I feel like your person has a choice to be made, whether they're going to pursue this or not. And I feel like for some of you guys, they've been stuck maybe for quite some time. Still with this indecision. Yeah, they're stuck. They're not deciding one way or another. The intuition obviously knows, intuition is definitely very powerful, but I don't feel like this person is using intuition to make decisions, or at least they're just kind of sitting indecisive, not making the choice. And with South here, I mean, maybe this could literally be, you guys are at a distance from one another, even with this Asia, Native American, South, like maybe geographically there's a major different distance within this connection. But I feel like South can even mean, for me, like tapping into the bottom of this connection, of really uncovering what it is that's true within this connection. But again, this person's too hung up on maybe not being able to see what this beautiful connection could be, because they're too afraid to jump in there and take a look at what's really, really going on, and what really, really matters deep down within this connection. Okay, silent retreat. So maybe they've pulled away. Maybe they are in a state of no contact here. If they're just not moving forward, I find the silent retreat could very well mean that your person is contemplating or thinking about what to do, but I just feel like they're in this indecision mode for quite some time. And the illusion here is just that I feel like your person thinks that this is a bigger deal or a deal breaker within this connection than need be. It really shouldn't be so difficult. But if that's what they're hanging on to, then that's, for them, that's what's true. But part of them does want to go the distance with you. Part of them does want to explore, go south, adventure, go the distance, explore to understand this connection. But I feel like for a lot of them, if they do, then they can't return. So they're just kind of taking a pause right now. And we got the number 47 here, which is the number 11, and you guys could very well be seeing the 1111 card. This to me feels like the twin flame / soulmate pile could very well be. So we're starting off with this very heavy challenge. And this is the only pile where I was feeling this is this type of an energy where I feel like your person is wanting to go very slow, because I think they realize how special their intuition is telling them, how deep and special this connection is to them, that they don't want to ruin it. Okay, so we will pull tarot here to get a better understanding of your person's illusions within this connection. Spirit, can we please get pile number 4 a clear and concise message regarding how pile number 4's person, what their illusions are? Ooh, that's a lot of cards, but I think we're actually going to take them in this connection. So we have the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, complete isolation. I was feeling that. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Knight of Wands. Strength. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. I'm going to slide these over. Okay, why is the Hermit here, Spirit? Why is the Hermit here in reverse? Thank you so much for the message. And pile number 4, I'm so blessed that you're allowing me to tap into your energy today. Thank you so much. We have the 9 of Cups. Okay. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here, Spirit. We have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. What's with the Knight of Wands here, Spirit? The Knight of Wands. We got the World. Okay. Please clarify the Strength card here, Spirit. Why is Strength here? We have Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and then finally the 10 of Swords coming in reverse. Please clarify the 10 of Swords. We got the Magician. Okay. Hermit in reverse was getting like severe isolation almost, like this person has really closed themselves off. So you guys could very well be not talking at all. But I also feel like they've pulled away from a lot of other things in their life at the same time. And I feel as though they know that, you know, their true desire, their wish fulfillment would be to move forward with love and what it is that they want, their truest desires. But they're kind of in this state of holding back. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Emperor, I feel as though maybe they're not, like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is, you know, what goes up must come down, fate and luck, and sometimes luck is bad luck. And in this case, I feel like they feel as though they're unlucky, and this touch of fate is kind of like, why did it have to be this way with this difference or this gap? Like, why did it have to be this way? And the Emperor speaks of, in reverse, speak of a childish person that is maybe, you know, acting in a way that's not being in control, maybe even in control of their own lives. Like they're kind of just letting fate say, well, if this person lives so far away from me, like it's nothing I can do about it, and I'm just kind of not doing anything about it. But okay, that's kind of maybe potentially a childish way to deal with something, right? Especially if they know that their wish, their desire is to move forward and have what it is that they deserve in a connection. The Knight of Wands speaks of forward movement, driving forward with, you know, is one of the fastest moving knights. I feel like there is inspiration and a want, but there's also this control of, with the Strength card, of holding back any sort of just moving forward in this connection, that the person is almost self-sabotaging the connection with the Ten of Swords in reverse, like to the point where you possibly have ended this connection because this person is just very indecisive and not moving forward. Here we have the World, which speaks of closure, the ending of a cycle, and the end, you know, of really any situation or loops that may have been going on. But the World can also, what I was getting from that Asia and Native American card was like, you guys could be distance, like major distance apart here with the World card, like potentially even in a different continent for some of you guys. And your person would have to go towards you, but they feel as though, you know, they're not really wanting to do that at this time. This is about illusions, and I just feel like, I don't even know if it's about want. I feel like they want you. I feel like their illusion is that, oh, it's because of this cannot happen. It's kind of like this Emperor card in reverse is like a, could very well even be spoiled child type attitude. Could be someone stuck in their ego even for some of them. And the Three of Pentacles in reverse is like not putting forward the energy or a collaboration or effort in order to make something out of this connection. It's like they're holding back. They don't want to put forward any effort. They'd rather this than connection just come to an end. You know, what they're manifesting here is the ending really of this connection by being indecisive and not doing anything. I feel like the big illusion is really maybe in the way they're perceiving this being kind of a fated thing. That's just the way it was supposed to be. But I don't think that they realize that they're the manifestors and they could really dream whatever it is that they want up, you know, what their wish fulfillment would be. They could really manifest that, but they're just kind of not doing that. And they're really pulled back with this Hermit card. You can have some Leo, have some Virgo. Have some air. I feel like this Ten of Swords could very well be a need for closure still for some of you guys. So we're going to get a message from Spirit regarding this connection. Spirit, can we get a message for pile number 4? Thank you very much. The Moon. Take time to reflect. So your person certainly has taken a lot of time to reflect here, but the Moon speaks of deep, deep emotions and intuition and unknowing and unconscious stuff under the surface. And I feel your person definitely knows under the surface that what this connection is about. And I feel like they are taking time to reflect, but I also feel as though potentially the time they're taking is definitely like they're never going to make sense of it because there is nothing really to make sense of. You know, aside from recognizing maybe their attitude or their way of not controlling, manifesting what it is that they want in this situation, and they're focused on the how to pull back with the Strength here and hold back a desire to want to move forward within this connection. So Spirit, can we get a guidance card here for pile number 4, please? Thank you. We have here back to basics, simplify, reduce, center. I feel for a lot of you guys, you probably just completely cut this person off. Maybe you're back to, you know, from the ground up, taking a look at what you need to do for yourself, for your own fulfillment, to kind of center yourself. and move forward. I feel like your person is definitely, you know, not moving forward at this time based on their reflecting on, I think, more the why nots of the situation, whereas I feel like the message here for you from Spirit is this ability to just be able to still move on. And even though this may be painful to experience, you know, it's like starting from scratch here with emotions to potentially even look at another, you know, another connection, and just be open to what life has in store for you. But it's just stepping away, it's walking away. It's maybe letting fate kind of take the wheel here, which I feel is kind of reversed. Or your person's maybe thinking fate is going to manifest something for them, but they're not really manifesting what it is that they truly want. They're more manifesting what's negative and what won't work in the connection. And I really feel from this card, you're just kind of like, have already moved away, or time to move away and put pieces of me back together that might have not, you know, that might have crumbled, that might have not been all together based on your experience here. That's what I'm seeing here with this card. So yeah, that's what I have here for pile number 4. I really appreciate you guys stopping in for this reading. If this resonated, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to do so, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you want, you can leave a comment